Funky Politics.
Funky Politics Education Reform Series is presented by the National Civil Rights Museum, sponsored by Memphis Education Fund and Southwest Tennessee Community College. We'd like to thank our media partner, Chalkbeat Tennessee.
You are listening to Funky Politics, powered by the Kazuki Network. You got your boy here, Doc Ward, with us in the house. What's up, Doc?
Everything.
You sound real excited about that.
Everything is wonderful.
Everything's wonderful?
It is, man.
Are the Q Pearls wonderful too, by the way?
Q Pearls are absolutely wonderful.
Oh, mercy
You
alive.
wish you knew.
You got your boy here, DC. DC. We're visiting this evening with Candis Dawson, the school director for Goodwill Excel Center Mid-South. Welcome to our wonderful program, Ms. Dawson. How are you?
Thank you for having me. How are you all this evening?
Oh, wow. Great.
Wonderful.
I like. She's excitable, exciting. Now, tell us a little bit about the Goodwill Excel Center Mid-South. I understand it's an adult education program based here in the Mid-South, I guess. That's why they call it Mid-South.
Yes, we're located in the old North Road Elementary School at 1490 North Road. And basically the charter school started in Indiana, where they originated with 11 schools. And basically we assist our students to completing all their requirements to getting their high school diploma. The main basis is not just getting the students the high school diploma, but it's also setting them up for success with helping them enroll into a post-secondary education institute and helping them get certifications as well. We have a little over 500 students. We just started our third term. It is an accelerated program, so our students go through 180 academic days in 36 days. So every 36 days, they're gaining credits towards their high school diploma.
Wow. So they're learning basically like 6 days of stuff every day.
Basically, yes, they are.
Get out of here.
We take
Really?
the same
Wow.
standardized tests that are required by the state. So just the past 2 weeks, we finished the end of course exams. Last year, the students had to get ready for the Tennessee Ready. So anything that the state requires traditional high schools to do, our students do as well, because we want their diploma to be just as accredited and accountable as any other high school student in the city.
So speaking from a national perspective, adult education, in your estimation, have we as a society, as a nation, in terms of maybe the Department of Education, maybe this current president, have we given up on the increasing those older students, I guess non-traditional students, and push them toward the high school equivalency of a I guess, would it be called a GED, General Education?
No. So we don't offer the GED. We offer the high school diploma.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of people don't know that.
Explain the difference, between
So with the GED, it just measures students up to an 8th grade academic level. So that's all the GED is based off of. The high set is based off of a high school level. It stops at 10th grade. However, it's not recognized in all 50 states. It's only recognized in 13 states. None of them are actually located in the South. So students that obtain their high set diploma would not be able to go to jobs in Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, and put on their job application that they have a high school diploma. Our high school diploma is accredited all throughout the United States, the 50 states, different countries, wherever they could use their high school diploma. Our students have to have the same 22 academic credits that they have in any traditional schools. They also take the state mandated testing. And they have to follow the same Shelby County rules. Our charter is set up as a K through 12 school, so we're not even listed as an adult high school.
Oh, wow.
We're just listed as a K through 12 school because we want to make sure that our students are getting that value in their high school diploma.
Well, wait a minute. We're going to talk about it a little bit more, but I got to back up on one thing for a second.
Yes.
So if I'm walking around and I go out and I get a GED,
Yes.
and I want to go to work, and I move to a state other than the state I received the GED in, and I present my certificate, are you telling me that certificate is not necessarily going to be considered a high school equivalent?
So the high school equivalency diploma is different than the GED.
Okay.
So that, if you had the high school equivalency diploma, no, it's not recognized in all 50 states.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
So, I mean, I wonder how many people know this. I mean, I thought, first of all, I thought GED. So we're talking non-traditional students possibly being older than 18. Is that
our oldest student is 86 years old.
Okay, now I'm confused. Okay. But so they're not going for a GED. They're going for a high school equivalency degree?
No, they're going for a high school diploma. So Shelby County Schools cuts our diploma. It's the same high school diploma that
It basically
Hamilton
means that you've learned everything.
The same exact
everything
thing.
that you can learn in any high school environment.
Mm-hmm.
Versus what you're telling me a GED says you've learned
GED's up to 8th grade.
That you know what an 8th grader knows.
Oh, wow. Are you smarter than an 8th grader, I guess? You are listening to Funky Politics, powered by the Kazukia Network. We're visiting this evening with Candis Dawson, the school director for the Goodwill Excel Center Mid-South. So, and I'm wondering, how would this new administration that's getting ready to take over as of January 21st at 12:01 p.m., how would the national narrative going from a school choice, going into a major school choice piece, including vouchers, does that help or hurt your particular program, do you think, just in your imagination? Well, I guess it would be, because if there's... Well, I want to ask you that, though.
I don't think it would hurt us. It would help us because we do have a lot of students that are sent to us from the probation officers, from different social service agencies. So I know in your previous segment you all talked about economic poverty. And so a majority of our students are those students. We offer our students free transportation. We offer our students free child care on site. And so that will those are the students that we're serving, are those students that are missing those key values in life as far as their education and some of the things that they're missing to get their education.
Well, so are you able to place them or give them some help with that once they get their high school
equivalence? So
is that part of what you...
Yeah, so we have life coaches versus a traditional school has guidance counselors. So we have life coaches, and each student is set up with a life coach that helps them to remove any barriers that they're facing, not just while they're in school, but after school as well. And then we have a college and a career transition counselor. All of our students are required to take what is called senior seminar prior to graduating, and that's when we set them up for them to either register for post-secondary education, going to college. We assist our students with the Tennessee Promise. So we had 86 seniors to apply for Tennessee Promise because our students qualify for that as well, getting their certification and then getting them job ready as well. So all of our students leave school with a portfolio so that they can take on their job. It has their resume, cover letter, personal statement, their goals, some of their coursework, their senior project, and each student leaves with it so that they can go out and show all the things that they've worked so hard for.
In 36 days.
And 36 days is a school year for us.
Right.
So just depending on where they come from, we have some students that come for 36 days because they may have 18, 19 credits. We get a lot of students from Shelby County Schools that is right here getting close to that March, and they know they're not going to walk with their school in May. Right. So they'll come to us because we graduate students in June. So they can come to us and get those last remaining credits that they may have failed at their traditional school. We have some students that come to us that had no credit, so they never even made it to 9th grade.
Right.
With those students, they can complete our program in 18 months. Our graduation is actually this coming Saturday at MLK College Prep High School. Wow. And a majority of those graduates were 0 credit students. So they came with us when we opened last school year, and now they're finished with the program when getting their high school diploma.
So let me ask you this. So you mentioned that there were 11 other schools like this. Did you say Indiana?
Indiana is where they originated,
so
yes.
This concept originated out of Indiana.
Correct.
And so is it a national model that's replicated in other states other than the state of Tennessee and Indiana, or is it in Washington State or in Georgia?
We have one in Washington, D.C. that just opened. They have one in Texas. We have the 11 in Indiana, and then they'll be opening one in Little Rock, Arkansas next school year. So they're populating all over. They're opening one in Hawaii. So they're moving throughout the U.S.
So how do you convince me to come to your school versus me going to getting a GED, which I've been told all my life is an equivalency to being a high school graduate, so to speak? I mean, you say it tells you that you met certain benchmarks to 8th grade, but How do you convince the 86-year-old lady or man that instead of getting a GED, but come to Goodwill Excel Center Mid-South and we can provide you with a high school diploma?
So it just depends on the student. Like the 86-year-old student, she's not looking to go to work. She's retired. Sure. It's just something that she wanted. And so with that student, you market it totally different than you might sell it to the 18-year-old. Just like when I was in school, you always had, my parents always preached, you go to college and to get a good job, you have to get a degree. Yeah. And so we just teach our students the value of a high school diploma, whereas before a lot of jobs you can go in, it really wasn't mandatory for you to have a high school diploma or a GED. Yeah, sure. Now people are starting to be honest with you, they're starting to look down on those that only have a GED. Yeah. So we, especially our younger students, that's how we market it to them. You don't want to get 20, 30 years old and you're not able to move up into a company because you don't have that education. And that's why we also help them with the certification piece, because college isn't for everyone. And the certifications is actually more valuable for some jobs than the college degree. We've
talked about a lot of that in career ready, career technologies and so forth.
Right.
You're listening to Funky Politics, powered by the Kazuki Network. We're visiting this evening with Candis Dawson, the school director for the Goodwill Excel Center Mid-South. And, you know, speaking of career ready and either college ready, career ready, and so I've listened to you. There is a track you've got the life coaches who will help me.
Right.
Even if I'm 45, I've got my new minute high school diploma, and I think I've been underemployed. So now I've got this new thing, and I'm hoping that it'll get me in another track. So have you all worked at all with the CTEs here in Tennessee or outside of the, and maybe Indiana and some of the other parts of the country, to say, look, I want to go into that 18-month track and get me a certification and maybe as an aircraft maintenance technician?
So yes, we do have several partnerships that our students, right now, our strongest partnership is with the Boys and Girls Club Technical Training Program. So we have several students that go to their program, they get their culinary certification. One of our graduates that's graduating Saturday, he's graduating with his welding certification. They also offer the A+ certifications, which is really, really big. Yeah. So our 18 to 24-year-old students, that's where they get their certifications. We have Olympic Training Company, which does the forklifting certification that helps our older populated students. And we're working to bridge that gap with Moore Tech and Tennessee College of Applied Technology, because they offer various certifications as well that our students would benefit from.
So you want to attach your program to technical schools and other schools, so there can be sort of a seamless transition.
Yes, because the high school diploma is not the goal. Right. It's past the high school diploma that we want to help our students with.
How many students do you have right now going to your school?
Oh gosh, so we just started a new term on Monday.
Right. Oh wow.
We finished the term with 532, and then we just enrolled another 98. So
is that up, down? Is that where's that in connection with what you've been doing in previous years?
That's up. That's high. This school year alone, just because the word has been getting out, is up, because we finished last year with a little under 200 students. So we're doing some remarkable things because the students are knocking the doors down to come in.
Wow. So I guess my other question would be, in terms of funding, you receive the same funding that any other local school district would get, I guess, for their particular school, right? So
that is true.
So ADA, you are part of the ADA.
That is it. Even ADA and ADM, yes, we
so an 86-year-old person qualifies for that ADA allotment. Well, I mean, I agree, but
just because they're 86,
in terms of what we have learned, in terms of what we've learned through this entire education series, I've never heard this before.
That an 86-year-old person can enroll in school?
And also...
You didn't know that people that are 86 could enroll in school?
No, I didn't say that.
So who do you think, if they're in public school, who's going to pay for it?
I don't know.
You just never thought of it.
I never thought about it. I never really thought about this. I thought everybody who didn't have a high school diploma
you get to be a
would get a GED. If you were 45 or 50, you just got a GED. That's all.
Messick received different funding because they were an adult high school, so they didn't get the same funding as we did.
Oh, okay. I see.
So,
now.
But our students are required to be full-time students as well. So
because they've got a charter, so it's a different situation.
Right.
Wow.
So our students, most of our students, full-time is at least 4 classes. So our students come Monday through Thursday, and they take at least 4 blocks a day.
And your blocks run 55 minutes to an hour?
So
25?
we run from 8:45 to 6:15. So we have morning, afternoon, and evening classes.
Wow. I like that.
And it's
highly qualified teachers.
Highly qualified teachers.
Instruction, they're direct instruction. We don't stick them in front of a computer. They're getting direct instruction from the actual certified teacher, highly qualified teachers.
Have you all done any research just about the number of people? I know that 86 may be, you said that's the oldest student you have, obviously, but something about have you done any research into the demographic to see what your market is for
Yes, our
communities?
highest population of students comes from 38127 area
Okay.
code.
But as far as the number, I mean, as far as the
Fraser,
number of
Raleigh.
people out there that would probably be your that would
Your
be
target
students at your
audience?
school, your target. How many folks out there that want to get high school equivalency but
No,
have
we
not
haven't.
attained it?
No, we haven't. We haven't.
Because
done
it
that
seems
type
like
of-
now there would be a pretty large number of folks, particularly now with the push for everyone to get educated
Yeah,
somewhere.
to
Right.
get something.
Yeah. So,
And then for her to get 98, that just joined this quarter or this
and you already had how many?
532.
532?
Yeah. And then you had 86 to graduate. You got 86 are going to graduate here very soon. So
No,
Wow.
we'll have 41 to graduate on Saturday, and then we'll have our June graduation, which we'll have about 80.
Yeah.
wow. You are listening to Funky Politics, powered by the Kazukia Network. We're visiting this evening with Candis Dawson, the school director for Goodwill Excel Center Mid-South.
This is DC and Doc Ward talking to you about the great opportunity available for you at Southwest Tennessee Community College.
You can get a business degree. You can open doors to a wide range of opportunities. Engineering and information technicians are in demand to help power manufacturing and logistics. And paralegal studies, man, those majors are in big demand right now. Register now for spring classes starting January 17th. Call 901-333-4399. A wide range of programs for the most in-demand careers are just another reason. Southwest Tennessee Community College is your best choice.
In Memphis, there are 116,000 very important young minds. 20,000 of them attend schools in the bottom 5%.
The Memphis Education Fund partners with committed organizations to give these students access to an equitable education.
Their partners work to operate quality schools, recruit, retain, and develop effective teachers and leaders, ensure community voice, and support the needs of the whole child in Shelby County's priority schools.
This is the story of a great people, of hopes and dreams, of challenge and change. It's an American story. The story and struggle that started many centuries ago lives today in the halls and on the walls of the renovated National Civil Rights Museum. Enter the Supreme Court Halls of Justice, sit with Rosa Parks on the Montgomery bus, hear Mahalia Jackson sing at the March on Washington. Plan now to visit the National Civil Rights Museum at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. For more information, log on to civilrightsmuseum.org.